This is going to be a very niche video, but it's something that annoys me that I really want to note. And this message goes to both people within the Conservative Holiness Movement and those of you who have left it. And I would probably end up in that latter category as somebody who's not attending a Conservative Holiness Church, doesn't follow most of the tenets of a Conservative Holiness Church, but believes most of their belief system theological-wise. Just because you leave does not mean that doing bad things is okay now. Sin is still sin. On top of that, just because there were jerks and abusers and bad people in a group does not make the whole group bad. And it really annoys me when those get conflated. Because here's your problem you run into. You have one group that is going to say, the group that leaves will say, well, let's be very specific now. The group that's left will say, all of that's bad. Everything there is bad. But I often notice that you can't tell me what to do, but they begin telling others what to do pretty quickly. Oh, you can't use this word. You can't act this way. You can't say this about me because I've made this choice to leave. Whereas on the other side, those who stay and are, I'll put it this way, those who justify the reasons for people who leave, use those people who leave and say all these things and do all these bad things. They use those people who go and say these bad things to justify and explain, look at the people who leave, they go out into sin, they are sinners. When there's a balance. If you leave the Conservative Holiness Movement, and you want to go do whatever the flip you want, you have that right in America. Congratulations. You will have to answer to that to God. Not leaving the church, but you will have to answer to God still. If you stay within the whole Conservative Holiness Movement, you're going to have to answer to God too. And you're going to have to answer to God for the way you act towards people. Vice versa for those of you who leave, that does not absolve you of your responsibility on how you act towards others. And I'm sick and tired of seeing people who have left act like they're the innocent ones completely. When they act like a jerk, they act exactly like the people they say they left because. And they use that as an excuse to sin, to do whatever they want, to literally just do whatever they want. And I'm a little tired of it. Because they go and do the exact things that they accuse the others of. So, if you leave, do your best to live a consistent life. Do your best to live a consistent life before God, because you are leaving for a reason and purpose. Just because you leave one movement does not mean you toss everything aside, and to do that is foolishness. And to those of you who stay within the Conservative Holiness Movement, please be careful not to judge those of us who have left. Because I believe theologically on almost every single point you do. In fact, I probably understand some of your theological points better than some of you do. No insult intended, but I'm not stupid. I know my Bible. I know what I studied at college. In fact, part of the reason I left is because of what I studied at college. So, please, be wise. Be careful. Be a Christ-like example no matter where you are or what you're doing. Whether you stay in the church movement, whether you leave it, do all to show a good example to others in the world of what a Christian is supposed to be.